Okay, friends, we're starting off on hands and knees today and we'll get warmed up. So find a nice tabletop position. Okay, and you want to be strong in your tabletop position. As always, you want your fingers spread wide under your shoulders and you're actively moving your heart up away from the floor. Okay, and similarly in your lower body, think of your belly muscles as being kind of a basket weave of muscles that you could tighten up and in towards your spine. And think of this as keeping your lower back very, very safe and supported from the underside. Okay, and with that in mind, friends, nice and strong, we're going to extend the right leg out behind. So send it out. We want to point those right toes at the ground so we have an internal rotation in the hip. And you want to think of your hips being nice and level with each other. If you spread your fingers extra wide on the right hand, really widening the surface area that you can press down on with that right hand, see if you could reach forward with the left hand. And hold and breathe here, just getting your balance, okay, starting to feel this movement. So lifting the front of the body, think of using the back of your body to contract and lift this arm and leg that we have up in the air. We're going to take a big breath in here. Think of reaching out as if you could get a little longer through the lifted limbs. Okay, and we're going to turn this into a big crunch. So with your exhale, pull the lifted knee and elbow in toward each other. See if you could get them to touch. Maybe even your nose gets in there too. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach out long, extremely far reaching. And exhale, crunch it in, right knee, left elbow. Same thing, friends. We're going to do 10 of these, okay? Reach out long. Use your breath. Exhale, pull it in. Again, inhale. And exhale. Okay, so just keep it moving. You could always do slower, yeah? And you could always do this with 2 hands down. For some folks, 2 hands down is just a better option. Here's number 6. Nice and strong. Here's number 7. Reach on the inhale, crunch on the exhale. Number 8. Two more. Notice the back body and the front body working opposite, but together. Last one. This will be number 10, okay? Now come on in. Hold this little crunchy shape with me. Little bit of a challenge, but I know you can do it. So breathe. If you want to do this with 2 hands down, that would be a little less challenge. If you want to add some spice, you can be kind of playful and try to balance on your left kneecap. Okay, wherever you are, take one more breath. And we're going to let it go. Maybe do a little shake out of that right wrist because that was a lot of time on it. Let's do the other side. Nice tabletop position, lifting strong in the front body. We have the left leg out behind. Point the toes down. Keep those hips nice and level. If we spread the left fingers wide, we could probably get the right arm to reach forward. Take a moment here. Back body lifting and long, front body pushing and strong. Okay, ready to move? Same as the other side. Here we go. Use your breath. Inhale, extend and reach out. Exhale, knee to elbow. Left knee, right elbow this time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Okay, the more you use your breath, friends, the better. That natural contraction on your exhale and the natural expansion on your inhale. We're at 5. We're going to do 10 total. So here's 6 and contract. Number 7. Remember your modification. If you get too tired and you need to take it down a little bit, you can do it with 2 hands down. This would be 8. Number 9. Now hold number 10 with me. Come on in, hold it. You could hold it with 2 hands down for a little less spice, yeah? Okay, if you want more spice, you're gonna bend that left knee. Sorry, that's a right knee. You're gonna bend your right knee and point it up at point the toes up at the ceiling. One more breath here. And let it go. Shake it off. Maybe we're gonna smoosh out that left wrist a little bit. Okay, feeling a bit warmer here, we're gonna start with some intervals. Our first interval will start out on an elbow plank. And then walk your knees back so that you're in a fair amount of a plank, okay? If you want the spiciest plank, you would just have your knees up. And for the most gentle plank, you're gonna walk your knees in so they're under your hips. So somewhere on that spectrum is where you're gonna find your favorite plank. So this one, my friends, we're gonna do for 40 seconds. And then I'm gonna give you a 20-second break. And we'll use that interval for the next while, okay, for the next few moments. So here we go. We're gonna start off with a super plank. So you'll be in your elbow plank. You're gonna come up to your hands and then back down to your elbows, okay? In 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Join me in this elbow plank for 40 seconds. So you're coming up and down, elbows and hands, and you can use your knees on the ground or not. Some folks like to do up with the knees on the ground and then down with the knees up, okay, or something like that. Keep breathing. And then once you get kind of the rhythm of it, start to make it really, really stable with as little wobbling in your hips and shoulders as possible. Okay, we're going to take a break here in 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. We're going to take a 20-second break. So flip it to your back in that time. Get your legs up in the air. And we're going to start getting set up to extend one leg at a time as you reach that opposite hand up for the foot. So you'll inhale to extend, or inhale to come back to center, and exhale, extend one leg, reach for the opposite foot. Let's go. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, reach. Inhale back to center. Exhale, reach. Inhale back to center. So I want you to keep the belly button rolling down to the ground here. Keep your low back grounded. If your low back comes up, you can drop your head and bend your knees. And I'm showing you a really gentle way to modify this core work, okay? It is challenging because we want to make good use of our time, don't we? We want that movement to be effective. Only 5 more seconds, friends. 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Take a 20-second break. I'm going to roll you up through hands and knees again. I'm moving you around a lot today. So we're going to do some hover knees. Toes are tucked, knees will hover, okay? And you're going to tap knee to elbow, knee to opposite elbow in 3, 2, and 1. So 40 seconds of tap elbow and then opposite elbow. Hover and cross. Hover and cross. Keep it up. I know you can do 40 seconds total because you're halfway there. Cross. Now you could do this with your knees on the floor, couldn't you? That would be a great modification here. So keep that in mind, friends. Always using your modifications before you quit. Always modify first. Hover and tap. Hover and tap. 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Okay, I'm going to move us right along today. Flip onto your back here. During this 20-second break, we're going to keep rocking and rolling. Okay, go ahead and take your right ankle on top of your left knee to make a figure 4 shape. Fingers by your ears. You're inhaling on the floor. You're exhaling to peel your right elbow or your right armpit and your left knee toward each other. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go, yogis. Exhale up and inhale down. So nice yoga inspired crunches for you today. I want you to think armpit, right armpit to the left knee. So the right knee is just kind of out there in space. So this is not only some great work for your obliques, it's a really great stretch for your right hip. We're multitasking. Keep breathing, friends. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, release it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Take your 20-second break while you switch feet. Right foot down, left ankle on that right knee. Take a deep breath in. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. This time we have the right knee and the left armpit trying to move toward each other. Inhale on the floor. Exhale to crunch. Okay, keep it going. Okay, we're going to stay with these 40-20 intervals for a few more rounds. We might mix it up to something else. You can always modify if you needed to by keeping the head on the floor and just doing the legs. That'd be a great mod. All right, 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Tuck your hands behind your knees. We're going to rock it up here and build a little bit of a side plank. So if you drop your knees to one side, say knees to the right, okay, wherever you are, drop your right hand under your right shoulder and use your knees to press up into a little bit of a side plank shape. So the right shoulder is directly over the right wrist and there's a soft bend, not a lock in the right elbow, okay? And if it feels all right, you can extend the left leg to be long. Some folks might feel that they might want to extend both legs. And all of those are acceptable forms of a side plank. So now that you know, you can modify by dropping the right knee or dropping both knees. You can find your own side plank shape. So do get familiar with that for just a moment. And then I'm going to introduce a movement to your side plank. Okay, whatever it looks like on the bottom. You're going to take that top leg and top arm, that's the left arm and leg, try to bend the knee and elbow toward each other. So you're inhaling to extend and you're exhaling to touch them together. Are you ready? 3, 2, and 1. We're going to do this one for 40 seconds on and 20 seconds off. So just enjoy it and breathe. And then we're going to switch sides. So remember the bottom arm, the elbow is soft. Think of your side body, your right side, lifting up away from the floor, very active. Try not to be saggy in your plank. Yeah, we want a strong plank. So if you need to drop the bottom knee, you just do the same idea. Okay, put the bottom knee up, a little more spicy. I feel spicy today. Keep it up, friends. 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Take that 20-second break and flip it over to the left side down. So maybe set your plank up ahead of time so you're real solid in it. Hand under shoulder. Ready to go. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, reach. Exhale, right elbow and knee crunch. Inhale. Use that breath. Exhale. So I want you to think of that left side being really archy away from the floor. Halfway through your interval here. Okay, keep it going. After this, we'll change our pattern up a little bit and kind of mix up our interval timing. Keep it fresh. All right, 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Okay, flip it to your belly here. Come on over to your belly. Next up, a lovely back extension to help with your posture and strengthen the back of your body, just so that life is that much easier. Okay, so start with your head on the floor. We're going to change our interval now. Our interval will now be 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, and I'll cue everything, but just so you know what's ahead, that's what we're switching to. Okay, we can call that a Tabata interval. So I want you to think of looking down with a really long neck, okay? Keeping that space in the back of your neck very long and soft. And with your inhales, you're just going to lift up and sweep your hands back like you're flying through the air while looking down. With your exhales, you're going to come back to the floor. Are you ready? 20 tens in 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lift. All right, let's go 20 seconds here. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down, strengthening that back body. So we're going to do 6 rounds of these intervals, these 2010s for a total of 3 minutes. 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Rest for 10 seconds. Round 2 is coming up. Just like that, we'll do lift and lower. 3, 2, and 1. Same thing. Lift on the inhale, lower on the exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. So keep it going. I want you to think of using your strong back, keeping that neck neutral. 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Take a 10-second break. Long enough for a big breath in and out. Round 3 in 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Think of all the muscle on the back of your body contracting to lift you and then relaxing to lower you with control. So round 3 means we have 3 more left after this. 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Round 4 coming up. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Okay, if you wanted to do a modification here, maybe you're getting tired, you need a break, you'll keep your head down and your arms down and just do your legs maybe. Maybe that would be a great gentle option. 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. 10-second break. Round 5 coming up. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale. Keep it going. 3, 2, and 1. Take a 10-second break. Last round coming up. You did it. 3, 2, and 1. Here it is. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last round of back extensions. After this, we'll flip it over and do something different. 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Come on up to hands and knees. Might feel really good right about now to do a child's pose and just kind of stretch out all that back tissue. All right. I have some really strong stuff coming up for us, so we're nice and warm. Let's change up our pattern a little bit, something different. I'm going to give us 2 movements, and we're going to switch back and forth between them, kind of like a little circuit, okay? One of them very strong in your arms and legs, one of them very strong in your abs. So they'll be complementary, okay? First off, we'll have a floating tabletop, and we're going to keep the knees really floaty and send the hips back to the heels. So we're trying to isolate, keeping the knees floating, hips back to heels, okay? That'll be the first movement. The second movement will be a boat twist, but I'll cue us for that one while we're getting ready to do it. Okay, so for this one, we're gonna do 30 seconds, then 10 seconds of rest, and then we'll flip to the other movement, okay? In 3, 2, and 1. Hover knees, sit your hips back to like a child's pose kind of shape. Okay, keep breathing here. We're going to do a few rounds of these 2. Really want to get our time worth. Okay, starting to feel it in your quads. Try to put a little squeeze between your knees here as the legs get tired. Just make them stronger. 3, 2, and 1. Take a 10-second break while you flip to your seat. Put your legs up in the air, maybe grabbing them, and start to twist. Look over one shoulder and then the other shoulder. 3, 2, and 1. Twist. Let's go. We have 30 seconds of twisting. So either you keep your hands on your knees Or you free up your hands, okay? You could even get your arms involved, opening wide, making it a little more challenging to stabilize. So keep the tailbone tucked. Nice. 3, 2, and 1. 10-second break, flip it back over. Okay, we call this loaded beast. So it's a beast pose in 3, 2, and 1. Hands and knees to beast. Remember this one, hands and knees, beast. Loading those legs, loading those arms. You can do it. Okay, I think we're going to do 3 rounds total of these 2 movements. This is round 2 of 3 of loaded beast. Woo. Let the legs burn, squeeze the knees toward each other. Feel the core getting involved, the pelvic floor. 3, 2, and 1. 10-second break, let it go. Flip it over to your boat twist, holding your long spine. 3, 2, and 1. Twist, twist. Keep the belly strong. Keep the spine long. Maybe get the arms involved. If you want more, you can extend your knees. If you want less, you can even put your feet down, yeah? Feel free to mod, friends. 3, 2, and 1. 10-second break. Flip it back over to your floating hands and knees. Okay, last round of loaded beast. 3, 2, and 1. All fours. Child's pose, just like a beast. Okay, a little springing animal. Floating those knees. Last round, we can do it. All right, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Flip it over, your last round of boat pose. Long spine, strong belly. You can do it. 3, 2, and 1. I would say inhale on your twist, exhale to center. Keep that breath helping you out all the time. Okay, remember if your shoulders tend to kind of squinch up by your ears, I catch myself doing that. You're gonna have to remind yourself to keep them down. 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Amazing work. We're gonna let go of that pattern for now. Okay, one more thing and then we'll stretch. Go ahead and lay down from where you are. Let's get the right leg up in the sky and plant that left foot next to your hips so it'll be good at bearing weight because we're gonna put your weight in it. You can drop your hands by your hips here. Look straight up at the sky and think of lifting your hips up toward the ceiling with that left leg. So hips go up and hips come down. See if you could think of rolling your spine down, kind of snaky. We're gonna do 10, up and down. Keep breathing, 3 and down. 4, down. 5, try to keep that left knee pointed straight ahead. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now hold it up there. I want you to point that right toe, and then point it all the way out in front of you, maybe tap the floor, and then pick it up. Nice, let's do 10, 2, and up. 3, always keeping the hips up just with that left leg. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And Let it go. Drop your hips, shake it off. Maybe some windshield wipers with your knees are in order. So we're going to do the other side, and then we'll twist and cool down. Okay, bring it back in, friends. We're going to ground in that right foot now. The left leg is the up leg. Hands down, nose up. Here we go. Press the hips up, lower them down. Here's 2, and down. Here's 3, down. 4. Okay, try to keep that spine really fluid, rolling it. 6, 7, 8. Keep that right knee pointing forward. I know it wants to go out to the right. And 10. Hold it here. Point the left toe. Point it all the way at the front of your mat or your space, and then up at the sky. 10 times. You can do it. Forward and up. Forward. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and let it go. Okay, bring your knees in. You can give a little hug here. Okay, we're going to do a quick twisty cool down. Drop your knees to one side, make some cactus arms, and look away from your knees. Hold and breathe. And take a couple breaths. Bring it through center. Drop your knees the other way. Look away from them. Remember to breathe deeply. So helpful when you're working with your core strength to use that deep breathing. Okay, bring it back into center, friends. Tuck your hands behind your knees. Use your core strength to rock yourself up. You did it. Thanks, everyone.